not going to the botanical gardens by myself. What am I gonna walk around and admire the cherry blossoms alone like some pervert?
Hi everyone, it's Marianne, and today I'm taking you a tour of the US Botanical Garden. And I haven't been here in a while. I did a previous tour on the botanical gardens in the nation's capital during the holidays, I think a couple years back. But now my sister invited me to go with her and her boyfriend to check out the orchid show at the US Botanical Garden. So here's a tour of it, and if you're ever in the nation's capital, Washington DC, I highly suggest you check it out. And what I love about this exhibit is they kind of like show the role of agriculture and plants in our environmental impact as well as our like food security. So it's like a learning experience, not just looking at the pretty plants and the plants that we wish to have included in our collection. And it was great, and the orchid show was great as well, although I did expect to see a lot more orchids, but what they have was fantastic. It actually reminds me of Encanto, the part where they had the flowers and the cactus blooming with Isabella singing. So I really like that, and you'll see it later on in this video. And yeah, so enjoy, and I hope you like the sights and sounds of the US Botanical Garden. We started our tour at the East Wing of the Botanical Gardens, and here they have the exhibit of the role of agricultural plants in our food production as well its environmental impact, and how agriculture could both be a problem and solution to our environmental issues and our food insecurity issues. Like that one, if you watch HBO's Last of Us, it reminds me of the fungus that caused the zombie outbreak. And this next part is really interesting. So it shows like how much carbon footprint our food we eat produces. Like with the meat that was like the heaviest, the red meat, 2 ounces of beef steak produced that much, 18 pounds of carbon dioxide. And fun fact, rice was actually one of the smallest producers of carbon monoxide, dioxide. So if you are a rice eater, eat your rice. This huge plant is an anthurium. At first I thought it was like a really huge kale, but it is an anthurium. And down below is some type of fern from Thailand. People were really staring at it. I think at the spores because it looks like alien-like, but it is kind of unique. Reminds me of a staghorn fern, and it's a beautiful, I think it's a ripsalis if I'm not mistaken. And down below is some carnivorous plants. And here we go to the fern section, which is kind of like the Jurassic Park of the conservatory. You can see like large ferns, and see, you can see sign says Jurassic World, the plants of the Asian world. And there's so many different types of ferns that you can see in this part of the botanical garden. And here we are entering Hawaii. You know how much I love Hawaii, one of my favorite places in the world. And they have some like native plants from Hawaii in this very small exhibit. To be honest, it wasn't as big as I thought it would be, but a lot of great plants that definitely reminded me of Hawaii. And then next we entered the desert section. So you'd see a lot of great cactus, euphorbias, succulents in this section, and some really funky looking succulents that you would see later on that are funny looking but are great varieties of the cacti.
Just to be with you somehow, unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow, hold you in my arms, won't let go.
And sticking with the Jurassic Park theme, you can see Skull with the plants.
As we hold each other tight.
And here is the main orchid exhibit with the rest of the tropical plants in the main conservatory. And I really love this part of the conservatory because you can see a lot of our favorite plants, especially in their mature form. But what's unique about this is you could actually climb to the second floor and look at the plants from the top view, which you don't really get to do in a lot of conservatories. See like a very huge monstera deliciosa here. You can see it from down and you can see it from upwards, and that's a glimpse of the orchids, the main one that they have in the exhibit. Some peperomias. There's like a lot of favorites that you would see in this conservatory. And when you're here, don't miss out on the plants that are on this side, because you would see some really unique and fun ones as well, like some begonias, peperomias that are tucked on the side and not in the center of the conservatory. This one, they say that yellow tape is not garbage. It is what they use to propagate plants via grafting. And that is interesting. Grafting is a form of propagation that I haven't really dived into yet. I have used it to quote unquote repair my plants, especially when they break branches, and I could like repair it through grafting, but it's not something that I've tried through propagation. It's very different from air layering. So it's really an interesting process and a more advanced propagation technique. And here is the view from the second level, and you can see the entire conservatory from here, and you can walk around the entire perimeter of it and see it from different angles. You can see the top of the leaves, like of that birds of paradise that's so huge, the top of the trees that you see from down there. So it's really nice to be able to have a view of the plants at pretty much all angles. And by the restroom, they have this exhibit of the different hydroponic substrates, and they show you how they're growing like tomatoes, peppers, and strawberries, like their fertilizing system, which is probably a dream for a lot of plant parents who really want to up their gardening game. And this is amazing, like how they produce everything here with the system that they had indoors. This one I thought was like really cool, the way they were growing peppers there, and papaya. Papaya is one that I'm trying to grow from seed, and hopefully I'll be successful this year.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other.
Wild is the plant shop in DC. They have like a couple of locations in the DC area, but they also have a pop-up shop here at the US Botanical Garden and have some unique fan stuff and some plants for sale as well. And that's my tour of the US Botanical Garden. Go check it out if you're ever in DC. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, do subscribe. I come up with videos every week. And if you haven't yet, check out these videos up here until my next one. But until then, I see you, I appreciate you, take care of yourself and each other, and have a plantiful day. Bye!